4 years ago, I quit my job, changed career, and moved to a new country. People said I was crazy. Who would do everything all at once? But I made it. And today, I live in my dream flat, I got my dream job and dream lifestyle. So I want to talk about how I did it, because if I can do it, you can do it too. Hi, I'm Jen. I'm now a product designer in London. Previously, I made a video on why I make this leap, but today I want to focus more on the strategies. Whether you're planning on the next move or just curious about the journey, you are in the right place. Stick around and I'll share 4 things that helped me get here. My biggest critic is always my own thought. There's one day I can be super motivated and empowered, feeling I can do everything. The next day, I just feel very low and start to question everything. So what I would do is that I set up a very simple routine. Whenever the moments came, I just started to do something. The thoughts would naturally die down. So what are the routine? I write down my goal to be a product designer in London, but at that time I was PR manager in Hong Kong. So how do I bridge this gap? There are a few things that I can do. I need to acquire design skills, understand how product work, and job market in London, like what platform should I use, and I need to talk to people in the industry. So these are the things I need to do. In terms of design skills, I can go to YouTube, get an intro of product design, or get a course in Coursera, or you can join a course in Google. So there are lots of courses available nowadays. By following this approach, I keep doing small things every day. It's led me the job pretty quickly. I go from having zero knowledge to become a product designer in London within 10 months. It is actually very doable, and I'm sure you can do it too. If you don't really know how to break things down into small tasks, I would recommend you to read The One Thing. It will teach you how to manage the tasks and break them down into actionable steps and keep the momentum going. I would like to make a deal with you. You can question your strategy and your approach, but never ever question your ability. Changing career is not easy. You know this is not easy, so let's not waste time to consume and question yourself and focus on creating the life you want. Oh my god, I can't really multitask. This is not looking great. When you start over, your ability to connect with people is a superpower. But if you're introverted like me, it sounds terrifying. Small talks give me anxiety, and I hate being the center of attention. I have a YouTube channel now, but you have no idea how many hours it takes to film this video. But I also know that connecting with people is a non-negotiable, especially when I wanted to start a new career and build a life in a new city. I started practicing before I moved to London. I joined the platform called Lunchclub. It is like a professional version of Tinder. Put your interests and industry you're interested in, and then you can choose your location and meet with like-minded people. And you can't choose the people, and they are absolutely strangers. So I pushed myself to meet at least 1 people a week before I made the move to London, and it really helped me to reduce my social anxiety. I also got better at telling my story, also socializing with other people, and small talks. I'm still not a big fan of small talks, but I don't feel anxious now. And I also feel more at ease with strangers. So yeah, I would highly recommend you to try it. If this still feels scary, I would recommend you to read the book How to Talk to Anyone. They have some really good tips to teach you how to approach conversations. I think everyone's takeaway will be different, but if you want me to make a video on that, just comment below. You don't need to be super outgoing, but you just need to stay open, because the more people you talk to, the more doors will open. Let's see how this goes. Early in my career, I made a mistake for not taking opportunities sooner because I didn't think my work was good enough, and I kept hiding it. I kept comparing myself to people who were in the industry for over a decade, and my work just felt embarrassing. But what I've learned over the years is that you will never be perfect. No matter how senior you are, there's always something new that you have to learn. And there's no such things as perfect, especially when you work in tech. There's always something brand new that launch and you have to relearn everything. Getting into the industry early will give you a flavor on what it's actually like, because you'll never find out until you start doing something. But the question is, how do you get into the industry if you're brand new? It's like a chicken and egg problem, and it's almost felt impossible to land your first job, even though it's just an internship. So what I did was to design an app myself. And I was trying to solve a problem in Hong Kong that there's always a long queue outside coffee shop during holidays. Basically just make a queuing app. And now I look back, it looks absolutely horrendous. It was very immature. But I just did the design and I put it in my portfolio and I kept showing to different people. And one day my friend saw it and he just told me that his brother just happened to set up a creative agency. And he's also doing product design, so he needed someone to take up some freelance work. And that is how I got my first job. You never know if you just hide all your work and sit at home waiting. Just create something and showcase to the whole world. It could either be an app design, you can also write blog posts or set up an Instagram page. Just make it public and show as many people as possible. The other thing I did is after you have some work to show in your portfolio, then you get your first interview for a full-time job. I already knew that the chance of getting an offer after the first interview would be very slim. So I just try to remember as many questions as possible. I jot down all the questions in the Notion page, and then I also write down the answer, and then I check if there's something that I didn't prepare before, then I would just get my answer ready for the next round. This helped me to gain confidence as well, because the more you prepare, the more confident you can show up in your interview. And trust me, you will get a job eventually. There's still something I'm learning because I was raised in a more conservative culture. I was taught not to ask for help until I really need to. So I usually choose to suffer in silence, and I thought people would notice. But the thing is, if you don't say it, nobody knows what you think. Eventually, I learned a phrase called closed mouths don't get fat, and this is actually really true. If you want something, a connection, an advice, or a referral, just go for it. Message people on LinkedIn and reach out to people who work in a company that you admire, and let all your friends know that you are looking. No one can help you if they don't know what you need. And yes, some people will reject you, they will ignore you, but that's okay. Don't take it personally, because nobody owns you a yes. And all it takes is one person to say, sure. Some companies offer very good referral bonus, so it's a win-win. Don't be afraid to ask. The worst thing you'll get is a no. I know this is a big decision, and you make it this far. It means that you're determined to make it work, and I'm sure you will. If you're going through a career changes or just thinking about it, drop a comment below, and I would love to hear your story. And if you want to be part of my journey and get more insights into career changes and life lessons I've learned, be sure to subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!